Hello YouTube and welcome back to another pickups video. I'd definitely recommend getting yourself a glass/mug of your favourite beverage and pausing the video and coming back, because this could take quite a bit of time. So, let's have a quick sip before we start. So without further ado, I did go to the car boot on Sunday, but unfortunately I didn't wake up till 8 AM, so by the time I got there most of the good stuff had already gone. There wasn't that many stalls anyway, but I did still manage to pick up a couple of items. So without further ado, the first thing I picked up was a copy of Formula 1 for the original PlayStation. Very nostalgic classic for me, this one, featuring the commentary from none other than the world famous Murray Walker, who unfortunately has passed away, but his memory remains with this classic Formula 1 game. So that was £1. I was happy to pick that up because I remember playing that upon the release of the PlayStation, and back then we used to link it up and that, and it was really good. So not too bad for £1. The last thing I picked up from the car booth sale, I was really surprised to see this, and that was a boxed Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo. The box is a bit battered, but nevertheless, it was £4, and I'd have been more happy to pay £4 for it unboxed, in all honesty. But the cartridge is in absolutely lovely condition, and it comes with the instruction manual as well, which surprisingly, I don't know if this is the same for all PAL Super Nintendo games, but it's in colour and rather nicely illustrated. So that was that nice little bonus, and here's the Super Game Boy itself, which is in really pristine condition. So I've yet to try this on the Super NES, but I've got quite a few Game Boy games, so I'm looking forward to cracking them onto the big screen. So that was it for the old car boot sale. And so yesterday I was just finishing a job, and I was just driving through a nearby town, and I spotted a video shop that sold games and things. But I'll pop in there and have a look. And they had quite a lot of stuff actually: PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and all the current gen stuff. And I spotted this particular game here, Road Rash 3D, which unfortunately isn't the Road Rash game that I remember playing on the PlayStation, but all the same, it was £1.99, it's in lovely condition, and it's interesting. I'm a big fan of Road Rash, so quite pleased to get this one. So that was that. And then today, I wasn't really doing a lot, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to get all the games that I've got left that have not traded with anyone, I can't sell on eBay, I'm just going to take them to cash converters and get rid of them. So I went to my local cash converters. It might not have even been cash converters, honestly. It was somewhere like that, Quick Cash, whatever. I went there, and I walked up to the counter, and there's this lady there, and she's getting rid of a hell of a lot of stuff, like a big load of PlayStation 2 games, a PSP, memory cards, controllers, a console, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I have to wait for her stuff to get done, and while I'm there, I'm like, you know, having a quick peek at it all, thinking, crikey, I can't believe she's trading all that. And anyway, the chap says to her, it's £26 for all your stuff. So she gets the money and that. She gives me a bit of a story about her husband split up with her, and she's selling his stuff, and la la la. And basically, the guy takes all the stuff, and she's got a few extra bits, and he just throws them in the bin. I said, hold on a minute. I said, I'll have them, mate. I'll collect them. So the first thing he threw in the bin was this Final Fantasy X book. Well, strategy guide. So I grabbed this straight off and I said, no way, I can't see you putting that in the bin. I mean, you know, fantastically illustrated. Not that I've got Final Fantasy X, but I just couldn't see someone throw it in the bin, so I had that off him. So I said to him, I've not really got much hope, to be honest, mate, because I had like 10 PS1 games, 10 PS2 games, a couple of Xbox games, a PlayStation 3 game, so I've not really got much hope for getting much money. If I only give her 26 quid for all that, he said, well, we'll see what we can do, like. So it goes through all my stuff, and it turns out it's £11.50. And I said to him, I said, I tell you what, I said, you know that the games that lady's just sold to you, I said, what would you do for, you know, I named 4 of the games, what would you do for them? He said, you could have them for a tenner. I said, I'll tell you what, we might have a deal. And then he said, tell you what, mate, he goes, are you going to eBay them or would you collect them? I said, no, I'll collect them. He said, tell you what, he said, you can have 10 games for a tenner, 10 PlayStation 2 games for a tenner. I said, well, you've definitely got a deal. So all of a sudden, trading in my 20-something games and getting 10 back didn't seem like such a bad deal. So that's the deal I went with. So without further ado, and I really appreciate the guy in this cash place doing this. So I told him, you know, that I really appreciate him and thanked him for doing it, because I think he went out of his way for me, in all honesty. Unfortunately, there is one problem, and that's one of the games, this one here, Zone of the Enders, doesn't come with a disc. But I'm not really bothered. I think I got myself a killer deal, in all honesty. It's in nice condition, just no disc. So that's not really much use to me, and I doubt I'm going to go back and complain about it. So the next one was Mercenaries 2 World in Flames. Now, I didn't know this got a PS2 release. I know it was released on the 360, and it got a bit slated for looking like a PS2 game. So I figured, you know what, it's probably pretty good on the PS2. So I decided to get that one. The next one, I've had this game before. I wasn't very impressed with it compared to the original, and it's Max Payne 2, but decided to give it a go again because, you know, for £1, what can you say? Absolute bargain. And these are in lovely condition. All of them are complete. The discs are almost scratch free. The guy in there actually told me that if the disc comes in scratch, he sends it off to have it cleaned up and then he'll get it back. So, you know, it's not a bad place to pick up games. Now, next one was Star Wars Battlefront 2. I remember playing the original one of this on the Xbox, and it was fantastic. I'm a massive Star Wars fan, so look forward to seeing what this one's like on the PS2. Again, you know, nice and complete. Now, the next game I picked up was a game that I have owned in the past when I originally had a PS2, and I absolutely hated it. But having picked up the original recently, I felt the need to get this one into my collection, and that was Metal Gear Solid 2. It was very complicated when I remember playing it originally, but hopefully, as the years have gone by, I might find it a little bit easier, because this was really probably ahead of its time, the way it controlled and things like that, and obviously games have become commonplace to be quite complicated. So it comes with 2 discs. I'm not sure what all that's about, if it's actually a 2-disc game or one of them something else, but yeah, pleased to pick that up. The next one is the sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2, that's Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. I remember when this was released, there'd been a hell of a lot of hype about it. I've never played it. I know it's like based in the 1960s or something, and it's old Snake or something similar. But yeah, looking forward to cracking this one on. I mean, I've still got to play Metal Gear Solid 1 in all honesty, so I've got plenty of Metal Gear Solid to be getting on with. Next one I picked up, and these 4 games were the ones that I originally said to the guy, you know, would you do me a deal with these, because these are the ones I spotted. And the first one was this Final Fantasy game here, which I'm not very good with Roman numerals, so I can't tell you what number it is, but you know, XII. Not really the biggest fan of Final Fantasy, but you know, for £1, I thought, why not? Give it a go. So that was that one. The next one, sticking on the Final Fantasy theme, was Final Fantasy X2. Again, no idea what this is or what it's like to play, but I thought I'd pick it up anyway. And again, it's complete, in nice condition. I did actually go to a game shop in town, which I'll reveal more, so I picked up some other things other than cash converters, and they were selling these Final Fantasy games for about £6 each, so, you know, definitely a good price. And the next one was another Final Fantasy game, and it was Dirge of Cerberus, and I reckon this says Final Fantasy 7, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's a Final Fantasy 7 remake, I have no idea whatsoever, but again, for the price, I thought, why not? And lastly, my favourite one, the one that caught my eye straight away, and I was really upset that I wasn't going to get this at a good price, but like I said, the guy hooked me up really well, and it was Resident Evil 4, the Special Edition. Really love this tin case, awesome. It comes with some wicked extras like the official limited edition mini guide, and that comes with the instructions as well. I've already got a copy of Resident Evil 4, but I just couldn't resist the tin case. I just think it's awesome. So that was it from Cash Converters. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. I was blown away. So the next little tale might come as a little bit of a surprise to most people, and that was I decided to take a walk into Leicester Market. I actually went to a place called Game World, which I'd actually visited in a nearby town where I bought the Road Rash from. The lady said, oh, we've got some retro games in there, the big one in town, go and have a look. So I did go in there and have a look round. They weren't bad, they weren't too badly priced, but I thought, no, I'm going to have a quick look round Leicester Market. Now, surprise, surprise, my favourite seller was there, and so was his lady friend. And unusually this time, we actually had a conversation. And I'm going to take back every negative word I've said about the guy, because, you know, it was really nice speaking to him today. He was telling me about what he gets up to. He says that, you know, he knows I go down the car boot sale. He was telling me he's got a Super Nintendo collection. He took me for a look round his stall. He showed me some Japanese DS games. And he actually had some good Mega Drive stuff. And these were 2 for a £5. So the first 2 titles I'm going to show are absolute no-brainer at 2 for a £5. So the first one is Sonic and Knuckles, which is just pristine. This box is unreal. I've bought this game a couple of times and I've always sold it back on because I've never been happy with the box, but this is absolutely gorgeous, fantastic. Comes with a cartridge and the manual, as you would expect. So I was quite pleased to pick that up. So I'll actually have a spare copy of Sonic and Knuckles now. It's just a cartridge only, but it is absolutely mint. But really pleased to get the box one, because that's all the Sonic games I've got boxed, apart from Sonic 3D, which is not really a Sonic game in my opinion. The next one I picked up in the 2 for $5 was Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Now this has been all over the place on eBay price wise. I've seen it go from £5 to £25. I mean, it's settled now to about a tenner, but it's not really a game that I like, but it is an absolute classic, and so I'm kind of glad to add it to the collection, and it's in beautiful condition. Absolutely stunning. Great game. So, well, not actually a great game, but in great condition. The next two, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy another two. After speaking to the chap a little bit more, and he was telling me he'd got a Super Nintendo collection, about 75 games, and he does sell stuff on eBay. I mean, he's totally open about it all. He's got like 13 Final Fantasy games for the PlayStation just sat at home, because the prices just keep fluctuating on eBay, and the amount of games he's got is just crazy. I mean, he must have 1,000 PS2 games. It's just insane. I just give up looking through them. But like I say, unusually today, he spoke to me, and I even seen his lady friend, and she didn't, you know, rip my face off or anything like that, which was quite surprising. So anyway, rather than me keep going on, the last two games I picked up were King of the Monsters, and these were 2 for $5 as well, which is in pristine condition. Don't know about this. I quite like the Neo Geo version. Not that I own it, but I have played on the emulator, and I just fancied seeing how the Mega Drive version fared. So I look forward to sticking that on with one of my mates later on. And the last one I picked up, and I'm probably going to resell this on because I already own a copy of it, is Wonder Boy in Monster World. I just couldn't help picking it up for £2.50, so I paid a tenner for my copy. And this is in really nice condition, so that was that. So that's it really. That's all the things I picked up. I think I spent £10 today, but the games that I traded at Cash Converter is only about a tenner, so £20 and and the stuff from it, £25, and I've got about 20 games, so you can't really complain at that. So I'll thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll upload some more videos soon.